Hi, I'm Kevin Yolvasacker here with Smithers Oasis and Love You Mom, our series celebrating moms everywhere. In this segment, I'll be using a couple of my favorite containers in the ECOssentials line, and these are our cylinder containers. I've got the quart size and the 4x4 tapered, and they both come in slate and in natural. You're going to love them because they have a great weight to them and they almost have a look of stone to them. Let's get started. So in the first one, I've done something very simple, very traditional that all of you do. It's just a round arrangement, and I've used carnations, I've used the Alstroemeria and waxed flower. And what I've done is I've used Oasis Floral Foam Max Life, and I've soaked that in water that has Floral Life flower food in it. You want to make sure that you always have flower food in your water because foam does not contain food. That's very, very important. Once it's been soaked, then I put it into my ECOssentials container. And in this case, it's a little bit below the edge of the container. I don't need it that high. I did my round arrangement. It's fairly dense and compact, but a little bit of foam was showing. And so what I do is I take some sheet moss, soaked sheet moss, and then I just tuck it into the holes where I can see foam. So rather than cover the foam completely when you start, it's a waste of product. Do it at the end. You're going to save more money. Something simple like this, and the reason I do that is because they can be mass produced. We have a lot of designs at the holiday that we're going to mass produce, and we want to be able to show them from one designer to the next designer. Also, it's going to help you control costs. You're going to be able to buy product more efficiently. So there's definitely a budget for this design, for a simple round design, and it's easily teachable to another designer. So that's our first one. Again, 4x4 tapered cylinder. Then let's move on. Where can I go from there? I can take it and I can go horizontal with it. So in this case, what I've done is I've taken so this is in the natural again, the 4x4 tapered, and this is in the natural color. And then I've come in with some soft pink colors and the lightest peaches, but then my horizontal line is done with permanent forsythia. So a lot of times I will mix permanent flowers with fresh flowers. You do want to let your customer know you're doing that, but you can use flowers that are out of season. Maybe you have branches that didn't quite open at the time, and it really gives a beautiful look even though you are using something permanent. So that's what I did here. I took my round arrangement, expanded on it, and then I made it a little bit longer. Now what can I do? Where can I go from there? I can take and I can do the round arrangement again, but make it a little more fun. Now remember, our moms have all different personalities, all different types, and so each one is going to want a different kind of arrangement. But again, any of these three are easily mass produced. So you can see I've got, again, the quart tapered container, or the cylinder, and I've got my Floral Foam Max Life in there, and then just did a very tight round arrangement using the sunflowers and the roses. And then to make it more fun, took my Middlino, this is the pink Middlino, and you know it comes in many different great colors, and I inserted it into the foam. I took a full piece of the Middlino and I cut it in half. And then I just put it in and just kept looping it, making loops and putting it in, and that gives just a fun collar. So you can see I have three completely different personalities for mom, whatever it might take. Now we can do something fun in the quart cylinder. And what I've done here is this very vertical design. To do this design, again, I have the foam in here. It's at the almost level with the top of the container. The foam is cut off just about here. And then it has been soaked. And then I put my flowers in, again, a small round collar, just like the round arrangement I did before, but instead of leaving it round, then I came out with a great vertical design. So I've got my sunflowers moving down into the Alstroemeria, and then I used the darker pink carnations because they had weight to them. They visually have weight to them. The darker carnations are going to look a lot heavier than the lighter carnations that are in this design. Okay, so here we have the very similar designs, light carnations, darker carnations, but the other thing you'll see is I've reversed these two. So the sunflowers are up here at the top of my vertical, they're down here at the bottom of my vertical, and then the alstroemeria is up at the top, whereas down here it's at the bottom. So essentially they have the same flowers, other than the carnations being a little different color, the same flowers but very, very different look. And that's some of the things that you want to play with when you're doing your designs. A lot of fun. Have fun with these containers. You can see how tall I can go, and I can go even taller. I know a lot of us learned basic design as 1.5 times the height of the container, but you can expand on that rule. We can't break the rules, but we can expand on them by doing different types of techniques. So I know you're really, really going to enjoy these containers. The whole ECOssential line is just a great line of containers, and try our cylinder containers, either the quart or the 4x4. See how much fun you'll be having for Mother's Day. So again, I'm Kevin Yolbasacker here with Smithers Oasis.